Hello friend, welcome to a fascinating video on Ashwa old coins. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar and the 1994 Library of Congress dime are both part of the U.S. Mint's coinage program, though they were issued at different times and for different purposes. The Kennedy half-dollar, first minted in 1964, is an iconic U.S. coin, and its history is deeply intertwined with the tragic death of President John F. Kennedy. Here's a comprehensive exploration of the coin, focusing on its historical and geographical background. The death of President John F. Kennedy. The origins of the Kennedy half-dollar are rooted in the assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963. His untimely death at the hands of Lee Harvey Oswald in Dallas, Texas, left the nation in mourning and inspired many tributes in his honor. One of the most lasting tributes was the creation of a new coin to bear his likeness. Shortly after Kennedy's assassination, there was a national outpouring of support for honoring the late president. As a result, Congress passed legislation in 1964 authorizing the minting of a half-dollar coin with Kennedy's image. The coin was designed by U.S. Mint Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts and sculptor Frank Gasparro. The obverse front of the coin features a portrait of Kennedy, while the reverse shows the presidential seal, symbolizing his position as the nation's leader. The Kennedy half-dollar was initially minted in 1964 using 90% silver, but the metal content was altered in 1965 due to rising silver prices. From 1965 to 1970, the coin was minted with a 40% silver content, and in 1971, it transitioned to a copper-nickel-clad composition. This change marked a departure from the original silver format, and over time, the half-dollar became less commonly used in everyday transactions. Despite its symbolic significance and beautiful design, the Kennedy half-dollar was never widely used in daily commerce. By the 1970s and 1980s, the coin had become more of a collector's item than a circulating currency. The U.S. Mint stopped regular production of the coin for general circulation in 2002, although it still remains available through special mint sets and collector's editions. While the Kennedy half-dollar doesn't have any direct geographical relevance beyond the United States, its influence can be seen throughout the nation. The coin symbolizes the ideals and values associated with President Kennedy's legacy, such as hope, youth, and optimism. His presidency, which included landmark events like the Cuban Missile Crisis, the space race, and the push for civil rights, left a lasting impact on the political and social geography of the United States. The Kennedy half-dollar was minted at several locations throughout its history. Philadelphia Mint, the main production facility for the coin, where most of the coins were minted and struck. Denver Mint, the facility responsible for minting coins for circulation in the western United States. San Francisco Mint, though primarily used for proof coin production, the San Francisco Mint occasionally struck special issues of the Kennedy half-dollar, including proofs and mint sets. The design of the Kennedy half-dollar reflects a tribute to the life and leadership of President Kennedy. The obverse, designed by Gilroy Roberts, is a portrait of Kennedy, which captures a dignified and serious expression, a reflection of his role as the nation's leader. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparro, features the presidential seal, emphasizing Kennedy's role as commander-in-chief. In addition to its design, the coin's metal content also has geographic significance. The shift from silver to copper-nickel alloy mirrored changes in global metal markets, especially as demand for silver increased in the 1960s. This economic reality affected minting practices not only in the U.S., but around the world, as countries sought to reduce costs and preserve their silver reserves. Over the years, the Kennedy half-dollar has become more than just a currency piece. It has become a symbol of an era in American history marked by innovation, tragedy, and optimism. The Kennedy assassination left an indelible mark on the collective memory of the nation, and the coin remains a lasting tribute to the 35th President of the United States. Collectors and enthusiasts continue to treasure the coin, and it holds a special place in American numismatic history. Its design is frequently reproduced in commemorative coins, reflecting the enduring legacy of JFK's presidency. In conclusion, the Kennedy half-dollar is more than just a coin. It is a symbol of a pivotal moment in American history. Its creation, rooted in the tragic events of 1963, has resulted in a coin that is cherished by collectors, historians, and Americans alike. From its geographic ties to the U.S. Mint locations to its symbolic association with the ideals of the Kennedy administration, the Kennedy half-dollar is an enduring piece of American heritage. The 1994 Library of Congress commemorative one-dime coin is a part of the United States Mint series of commemorative coins, issued to honor the 200th anniversary of the establishment of the Library of Congress. Below is a detailed script covering the history, geography, and significance of this coin. The 1994 Library of Congress commemorative one-dime coin was minted as part of the broader celebrations commemorating the bicentennial of the establishment of the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. This special coin was issued by the United States Mint in 1994 as a symbolic tribute to one of the oldest and most important libraries in the world, reflecting both the historical significance and cultural impact of the Library of Congress. The Library of Congress was founded in 1800 when President John Adams signed legislation establishing it as a resource for Congress. Initially, the library's purpose was to provide Congress with a vast collection of books and other materials to aid in legislative work. It began with a modest collection of books, which were housed in the U.S. Capitol building. Unfortunately, the library was destroyed by fire in 1814 during the War of 1812 when British forces set fire to the Capitol, damaging or destroying a significant portion of its collection. However, in 1815, President James Madison authorized the purchase of Thomas Jefferson's personal library to help restore the library's holdings. Jefferson's library, which contained over 6,000 volumes covering a vast array of subjects, became the foundation of the Library of Congress's new collection. In the years that followed, the Library of Congress expanded rapidly, establishing itself as a world-renowned repository of knowledge. Today, it houses millions of books, manuscripts, maps, recordings, photographs, and other materials, making it the largest library in the world. The library's collections and services extend far beyond Congress itself, with many materials accessible to the public. Commemorating the bicentennial in 1994. To mark the 200th anniversary of the Library of Congress, the U.S. government authorized the creation of a commemorative coin series in 1994. The commemorative program was part of a broader initiative that also included the issuance of silver dollars and half-dollars. The dimes, however, were specifically notable because they were issued as part of the regular coinage circulation and were not just for collectors. The United States Mint was tasked with producing the coin, and it was designed by renowned artist Frank Gasparro, who was also responsible for the design of the reverse of the U.S. dime since 1968. The coin itself is a standard Roosevelt dime with a few distinctive features to commemorate the Library of Congress anniversary. It was issued with a special reverse design that symbolizes the mission of the library as a place for the preservation and dissemination of knowledge. Obverse front. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, was chosen because of his role in founding the March of Dimes charity, an organization which, among other things, helped raise funds for research on diseases such as polio. Reverse. Back. The reverse of the coin was altered to reflect the bicentennial of the Library of Congress. It showcases a design that includes an open book, symbolizing the vast collection of literature held within the Library of Congress, alongside a quill pen. This design emphasizes the library's importance in the preservation and dissemination of knowledge and its status as a cultural and historical institution. Surrounding the central motif are the words Library of Congress and 1994, marking the year of the coin's release. The Library of Congress is located on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., occupying 3 buildings: the Thomas Jefferson Building, the James Madison Memorial Building, and the John Adams Building. The Jefferson Building is particularly famous for its architectural grandeur, including a striking dome and ornate reading rooms that have become iconic symbols of American intellectual and cultural life. In addition to serving as a resource for Congress, the Library of Congress also performs an important role in American culture and the world. It is not only a major archive of U.S. government documents, but also an international leader in bibliographic and technical standards, contributing to the cataloging and classification of books and materials globally. The library's collections cover virtually every subject imaginable, ranging from law, science, and history to music, art, and literature. The library has millions of manuscripts, rare books, maps, films, photographs, sound recordings, and digital resources, making it an unparalleled center for research and education. In a broader geographical sense, while the Library of Congress is physically located in Washington, D.C., its influence reaches across the globe as it shares its digital collections with libraries, educational institutions, and individuals worldwide. Its impact is global, contributing significantly to cultural preservation and scholarship on an international scale. The United States Mint produced the 1994 Library of Congress dime in circulating, proof, and uncirculated versions. It was distributed as part of the regular circulation of U.S. coins, but was also made available for collectors as part of special mint sets. The circulating coins were produced in large quantities, while the proof and uncirculated coins were sold in specially packaged sets by the U.S. Mint. As with other commemorative coins, the profits generated from sales of the special edition coins were intended to fund projects related to the commemoration. In the case of the Library of Congress series, part of the funds were allocated to assist the library with the preservation of its collections and the expansion of its public outreach program. The 1994 Library of Congress commemorative one-dime coin stands as a reminder of the immense cultural and historical importance of the Library of Congress. Through its design and the events surrounding its creation, the coin serves as a tribute to an institution that's played a central role in the intellectual development of the United States and the preservation of its historical record. By issuing this coin, the United States Mint helped to honor not only the physical Library of Congress, but also its ongoing contributions to the world's literary, educational, and intellectual resources. The coin, while small in size, represents a large-scale celebration of knowledge and history, reflecting the vital role that the Library of Congress continues to play in both American society and the world at large. This commemorative coin, with its rich history and symbolic design, remains a significant piece of U.S. numismatic history and a testament to the enduring importance of the Library of Congress.